Did you do your thing?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Well,
I'm always here.
Well, I know, but you know, sometimes. Did you have those mini? That's good. Is that the dog? What's his name?
Catching all the criminals.
So funny. Good dog bounty hunter. And it says Taylor Swift. That has quite a sense of humor. Oh my gosh. Well, hello everybody. Namaste. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. It's wonderful to see you. Happy, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It's full moon day, right? Is it today or tomorrow? Today? There's a comet overhead. Have you seen the comet? No. Me either. I've been looking every night and I can't see it.
What direction is it supposed to be?
Due west.
Oh, due west.
Yeah, just between Venus and Arcturus. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but apparently if you take a picture with a very slow shutter, then you can see it. I've just seen pictures of it. Anyway, things are happening overhead, of course, as always. And it's going to get cold soon. I don't know. I just like to, take a minute for space and time. Where are we in space and time? Right? And then, there was a day I said Merry Christmas. That's still very far away. And we're coming up on Halloween. So it's, that time where they say the veil gets thinner. I don't know. But either way, here we are also in this space and time going to do yoga practice. So let's dive in. All right. If you will, just take a moment to find a nice tall spine. You can rest your hands to your knees, maybe palms up or down, thumb and first finger together. And then just take a moment or two to, tune in with your body. So kind of went over what's going on externally. Oh yeah, there's an election coming. And there's a part of me that's, wants to check in with that because that's part of the collective consciousness, right? And that it has an effect on all of us. Of course, the things happening in the Middle East, there's things going on, of course, in Africa, all over the world. There are so many things that are happening that are, jarring. But I think it's also important to remember that there are beautiful, wonderful, amazing things also happening. And that's where we are, right? The Bhagavad Gita begins by saying, here we are on the plane of duality. And on this plane of separateness and duality, how do we find balance? It's really the whole kind of journey, right? Of not only what the Gita is explaining, but of this human existence in general. And the Gita says, well, you find balance by practicing yoga, right? And by that, specifically, the book says that it's about finding balance or noticing where in the body there is discordance and then working to balance that out. So we take, what's happening externally and notice how that is affecting you internally. And as you now gaze inward and look inward into the body, you might begin to notice where your attention is drawn or where you might shy away from looking at things or And I know for my own self that it really will require my ability to look inward with clarity requires my mind to be in a particular place. So let's work to move our minds into that place, and we'll start our practice with some pranayama. Okay, let's do Kapalabhati with Nadi Shodhana. Okay, so breath of fire with alternate nostril. So you're gonna snap the belly back. That's Kapalabhati, and let's do a round of 54. And then we'll plug the right nostril with the thumb on the right hand, and you'll inhale through the left. Then you'll plug the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. I'll guide you through. Yeah. I don't know if there's Kleenex around. There's some up here if you need. Okay. So take a moment just to, first and foremost, nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Inhale completely, and then begin. Exhale. Good. Now plug the right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale through the left. Fill up all the way. Now hold the breath at the top. Drop the chin towards the chest. Lift the chest to the chin. And then exhale through the right. Release all the breath out. Then inhale through the right. Again, nice full breath, hold. And now as you drop chin to chest, lift chest to chin, drop the mind into the space of the heart. And then exhale through the left. Good. Release your right hand down and breathe in and out. Take a moment to notice, how things may have shifted or changed. And let's do one more round just like that. Okay, so Kapalabhati, as a breath of fire, they call it. It's a cleansing, really purification technique. And Nadi Shodhana is known for balancing the energy in the body. Okay, so take another breath in, fill up all the way. Exhale everything out. Inhale completely and begin. Exhale. Plug the right, inhale through the left. Hold the breath, maybe sip a little bit more air in. And now as you lift the chest, engage the root, the navel. Release, exhale. Inhale, then fill up all the way. Hold. Can engage the bandhas. This is Mahabandha, all the bandhas, navel and root, the chin. If you're unsure, that's okay. And then when you're ready, exhale through the left. And release your right hand down. And then just a moment to, notice any places in the body that might be capturing your attention, places that you might need to adjust around. And then noticing also what's present in the mind. And then take an inhale and bring your hands to the third eye center. And we'll focus the mind here. So on a present and positive statement or image or feeling. Something you'd like to call into your life or align with in some way. Then take a nice deep breath in, fill up all the way again. Exhale the hands to the heart. And now a moment just to send out a prayer, right? So we are all affected by the collective consciousness and also can affect the collective. And so may we, as a whole, send out waves of love and light and strength and courage. We call upon the spirit guides and angels as we welcome them into this space, those that are, interested in our highest unfolding for our greatest good. And we'll open with 3 rounds of Om. So take another inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale, bow the chin to the chest and then release the hands, allow the eyes to open, and let's come on to all fours, please. So, of course, just a few moments to move around into the body a little bit. I know we sat for a little while, so just kind of unfolding. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Just come to neutral spine and extend the right leg back and the left arm forward. And pause, just rotate your ankle and your wrist a couple times one way and then the other way. Then take an inhale and reach and stretch forward and back. As you exhale, pull the elbow and knee into the chest and round the spine. Good, inhale, extend. From that solid center, exhale and pull in. Good. One more time. Inhale. Reach forward and back. As you exhale, pull the elbow and knee in. Good. Now inhale, extend forward and back, and exhale, pause here. Take your left arm out to the side and your right foot out to the side, or leg out to the side. As far as you can go, hover it above the earth. Keep breathing. Good. Draw in from the navel. Take another inhale, reach and extend, but pull back towards center. Then extend, reach forward and back on your inhale, and exhale, set everything onto the floor. Good. Switch sides. Left arm forward, right leg. Right. Yep. Rotate the hand and the foot, wrist and ankle. One way a few times, and then the other. Good. Take an inhale, reach and stretch, and then exhale, pull everything in towards the center of the body. Around the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Good. Your breath is awesome. Do it again. Inhale, extend the arm and the leg. And then exhale, draw everything to the center. Now extend on your inhale and take it out to the side as you exhale. Arm out to the side, leg out to the side. Hold on in center, but reach through the periphery. Good. So here we are also on the plane of duality and cultivating both things within the body. Inhale, extend the arm forward, leg back, and then set your hand and your knee to the floor. Beautiful. Walk your hands forward, just a hand's length to the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale the weight into the hands. As you exhale, drop the hips, bend your elbows, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift your hips up and take them over your heels. This variation of child's pose. Inhale to come forward again. Kind of round the back. Exhale, drop the hips, roll the shoulders back, lift open the front of the heart. Inhale your hips up and exhale them back towards your heels. And then one more time like that. Inhale, coming forward. Drop your hips as you exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift your hips up and then exhale them back over your heels, child's pose. Pause here for a moment. You might inch your hands towards the top of the mat a little bit. Let your hips be real heavy over your heels. Take a moment to remember your intention as if grounding it into the earth here and now. Take another breath in and one more breath out. Then inhale, come back up onto the hands, curl the toes under, straighten your legs, and press up and back for downward facing dog pose. And in a moment or two, just to pedal out your legs. And then breathe in and breathe out. So quite a task, right? To find on the plane of separateness that which is not separate. The state of the mind that we look to cultivate then is the sattvic mind, the mind that is clear and illuminative, like a calm and still lake. Walk your feet up to the top of your mat on your inhale, and fold forward as you exhale. And then inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Reach through the crown as you exhale, fold forward. Good, again, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins, lengthen forward as you exhale, fold. And then just kind of hang out here. Feel free to shift your weight a bit forward and back, side to side. So that's quite a task as well, right? Finding a place of steadiness in the mind as you move your body. Well, of course, the body is the vessel for holding on to all sorts of past experiences, the things that have happened throughout our lives, the repetitive actions that we do in the body and how they manifest and how even energetically things manifest. And so can you, with a steadiness of mind, just observe the body as objectively as possible? Take another breath in and another breath out. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand. Just kind of round the back or feel free to walk the hands up the legs. And then when you come to stand, just rotate your shoulders around a few times. Take a breath in and a breath out. Shake out your arms. Give a little shake through your legs. Okay. Inhale, lift both arms to the sky. Exhale, grab the left wrist and stretch to the side. Good. Inhale up to center, switch out your hands. And exhale to the other side. Good. Again, inhale, lift up. Let's go the first side again. Exhale. Shift your hips just gently off center. Stay here now. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Inhale, lift up, switch the hands and exhale to the opposite side. Hips just slightly off center. Stay here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Inhale up to center as you exhale. Lower your hands down to the hips and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Let's come into warrior one. So your hips and shoulders will still square forward. The right heel roots to the floor. The toes point out toward the corner of the room. Take an inhale and exhale. The left knee bends, arms relaxed by the sides. Then inhale, sweep the arms overhead as you straighten the left leg. And on your exhale, bring your hands down through the heart center. Relax the arms by the sides, bottom of exhale. Inhale, then again, sweep the arms forward and up. Straighten the leg, and then exhale, bend in. Great. One more time. Inhale, lift the arms, straighten the leg. And as you exhale, bend into warrior one. And then stay in the legs. Just lift your arms to the sky as you breathe in. And pause. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull the right arm towards the ceiling. And then lean your upper body back. Just a nice long stretch all down the right side. Keep breathing. Breathe especially into the front of the chest. As you exhale, you might bend the left knee a little deeper. Pull the lower abdomen in. Take another inhale and one more exhale. Great, release your hands, inhale, straighten the left leg, and exhale, fold forward. Place your hands to the earth or onto your blocks, or even onto the left shin. Now draw the lower abdomen in and lift the chest just a little bit so you can lengthen the heart forward, and on your exhale, fold down over the leg. I think in a very purposeful and intention-filled way, we come into asana practice to work things out. There's a way that, at least I know, we feel called to come to practice, like it, and maybe even feel somewhat more steady and centered and almost maybe complete at the end of practice, right? Take another breath in and one more breath out. Inhale, step up to the top of your mat, exhale and fold. And then inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, come into chair pose. Exhale and stand, hands to heart. And then hands to hips, step your left foot to the back of the mat, warrior one. And breathe in and out. A lot of that, of course, has to do with how this practice integrates the mind, the body, and your breath, right? Take an inhale and exhale, just checking with your alignment. Release the arms by the sides, and as you inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the arms to the ceiling. And then exhale the hands through the heart as you bend the knee. Relax the arms. Inhale again, lift up. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Nice full breath, right? Exhale into warrior one. And then inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Stay in the legs. Grab your left wrist lightly. Exhale. And then inhale, start to lift the heart up and reach back through your left side. Like from the foot all the way through your fingers. In a way, when those things become integrated, when we remember that we're so much more than just the things happening in the body. To me, that it connects everything together. And it's one of the ways, at least we can find the place of unity among the field that is separate. We take one more inhale breath here, and one more exhale. Straighten the right leg, inhale, release the hands as you exhale, fold forward. Hands to the earth or the shins or your block. Breathe in and out. Pull the lower abdomen in and lift the chest a little bit. Inhale and then exhale, fold over your right leg. Let your head relax down. Just one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, step up to the top of your mat. Exhale and fold forward. And then bend the knees and lift the arms. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale and stay. Inhale, rise to stand and reach up, maybe lean back. Then fold forward as you exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Pause there for a moment, draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Breathe into the front of the chest, maybe the arms extend up towards the sky, maybe they don't, that's okay. Take another breath in, and then as you exhale, fold, relax your head. Release the hands to the shins, now lift up halfway, inhale. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. And just pause and breathe in and breathe out. Now there's a pulse with all of this. The pulse of expansion and contraction of our awareness that goes, oh, I'm part of all things, and the one that goes, no, I'm not. That's what they call spanda. Spread your fingers again nice and wide. And think of pushing down especially through your thumbs, your middle finger, and your pinky. These are meridian lines that connect to the lungs, the heart, and the surrounding of the heart, the pericardium. Take an inhale, shift your weight slightly forward, and then lower to the earth. Drop knees, bend your elbows, lower your chest to the floor. Now point your toes and lift your heart. Inhale into cobra. Exhale and lower down. Good. Again, inhale to lift up. Root through the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders back, lift the head. Exhale and lower. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale to lift up for cobra pose. And exhale, lower to the earth. Good. Push to plank or go back into child's pose on your inhale. And then exhale the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Good. And breathe in and breathe out. Again, spread the fingers nice and wide. Push down thumbs, middle finger, pinky. Take another inhale and another exhale. Bring your big toes together and lift the right leg to the sky on your inhale. And pause. Just hold it there. Reach back through your right side. Take another inhale, maybe lift it a little bit higher. As you exhale, draw the foot through to the top of the mat. Spin your left foot flat, lift the arms, come up, warrior one. Inhale. And exhale the hands to the heart center. Straighten your right leg, lift the arms to the sky, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Step to the top of your mat, inhale. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms, chair pose, inhale. Exhale and stay. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Forward fold, Uttanasana, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, jump, step, or walk your feet back. Lower all the way or stop halfway. Then inhale to upward dog or cobra pose. Broaden the collarbones, reach through the crown. Exhale, lift your hips to the sky, downward dog. Good, and breathe in and out. Okay, one more inhale. Exhale, bring your big toes together. Then lift the left leg to the sky as you breathe in. Just pause it there, hold there for a moment. Pull the navel in so you're supportive at the core. Take another inhale, lengthen back through the left leg and then pull it all the way through to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Right foot roots, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Straighten the left leg, lift the arms to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Good. Step forward, inhale. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms, chair pose, inhale. Exhale and stay. Sit the weight into the heels. Rise to stand, reach up, lean back a little bit. Then fold forward. This time interlace the hands again behind the back. Stay here, breathe in, lift the heart. And then exhale, fold forward, relax the head and the neck and the jaw. Hands to shins, half lift, inhale. Plant the hands, jump, step, or walk your feet back. Lower all the way or stop halfway. Always you can use your knees. Of course, inhale to upward dog or cobra. Point your toes and lift the heart. Good, downward facing dog, exhale. And then just breathe in and out here. Think of nice long spine. Beautiful, you guys. Take another inhale, another exhale. Bring your big toes together. Then we'll lift the right leg to the sky again. Inhale. Exhale the foot through to the top of the mat. This time come up warrior two. Spin your left foot flat. We'll turn towards this teal wall. Right knee bends, right heel aligns with the mid-arch or heel of the back foot. And then inhale and exhale. Just pause here. Flip your palms open towards the sky. This helps create a little bit more space for the breath in the chest. So this is the place we build prana. This is the energy that really you kind of need for like moving forward in the plane of duality, right? Take an inhale. And one more exhale. Good. Straighten your right leg on your inhale and then exhale, reach forward but pause. Good. Come back up to center on your inhale breath and exhale again, reach forward. A soft bend to the right knee. So you're not hyperextending the knee joint. Do it one more time. Come up, inhale, and then exhale and reach forward out of the waist. Now stay here and carry your gaze to your back left hand. Take an inhale, lift the left arm up and look up. Then exhale, lower your left arm back, but look forward. And then do that again. Inhale, the left arm rises, you'll gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your left arm back, gaze forward. Do it one more time. Inhale, lift the arm and look up. Exhale, reach the hand back, look forward. Now stay here, a big breath into the heart. As you exhale, reach maybe a little further forward and then take right hand to the shin, the left arm to the sky, triangle pose. Keep your breath steady. Right, so you can see as we shift into particular postures or maybe a variation of the posture, that the mind has a harder time staying steady. That's part of what we're looking for, right? In fact, there's a provoking that happens in our asana practice that's really somewhat intentional. Lift the left arm or reach the left arm overhead, inhale, but draw the left shoulder onto the back. So you pull the awareness down into the navel center. Yeah, kind of spin the heart open to the sky as you breathe into the heart. And exhale. Good, lift just your left arm up and place it to your hip as you exhale. Lift your right arm by your ear, inhale, exhale, stay. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand, and as you exhale, bend the right knee, extend the arms again, warrior two.
So the goal is less about how can I perfect a posture, but how can I keep my mind steady regardless of what happens in and out and through and beyond and whatever in a pose. Take another inhale into the front of the heart, and then exhale, plant your hands to the ground. Step your right foot back to plank pose. You could keep it lifted if you like as you lower to chaturanga, or use your knees. Lots of different variations there. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up. Then exhale your hips to the ceiling, down dog. Good, and then breathe in and breathe out. Now remember that your intention is one of the ways that we start to organize the energy of the mind toward one point. To keep it like the surface of a still lake. Take another inhale and then exhale the big toes together. Lift the left leg to the sky as you breathe in, reach back, and then pull the foot through to the top of the mat. Turn your right foot flat, warrior two, opposite side. And breathe in and out. So what happens then is as we learn how to do that internally, we start to learn how to do it externally as well. That all this stuff can happen around us. There can be a comet and a full moon and a war and an election, and we're still like steady. Right? Boy, now it becomes a little bit more difficult. But you can see how that mirrors. It becomes a mirror, one for the other. Take another inhale, flip the palms towards the ceiling. This external rotation creates space in the chest. Take another breath in and another breath out. And then straighten your left leg on your inhale, and as you exhale, reach forward, but pause. Come back to center, inhale, lift into the heart, and then exhale again, reach forward. A soft bend to the left knee. Very good. One more time, inhale, come up, and then exhale, reach forward and pause. Look over your back right hand. Take an inhale, lift the arm to the ceiling and look up. Then release the arm back and turn the gaze forward. Do that again. Inhale, lift the arm. Look to the sky. Exhale, reach the arm back. Look forward. Then one more time. Inhale, stay with it. Exhale. Good. Now inhale, breath here. Lift into the heart. Reach a little further forward, and then hand to shin, right arm to the sky. And then breathe in and breathe out. One of the things that is also present is that this practice is ultimately something you can do always and forever and every moment, right? This is one of the Yoga Sutras. He talks about, the practice is really intended to be done all the time without break and in all earnestness. Take another inhale, lift through the right arm as you exhale, stretch it overhead. Now, if we're talking about keeping the mind steady, and that it's an internal and external practice, then that stands to reason. You can be doing it all the time. You probably are, right? Take another inhale. Spin the heart open to the sky as you exhale. Pull the navel in and root through your feet. Take one more inhale to lengthen. One more exhale. Then inhale your right hand to your hip. Exhale, pause. Lift your left arm by your ear. Inhale, exhale, and stay. And then inhale, come all the way to stand. And as you exhale, bend your knee again, warrior two. And then breathe in and out. Now, some moments are easier than others. Right? Some classes, you find that place easier than others. Some people that you're with in your life, you find that steadiness easier than others. Take another inhale into the heart, and then as you exhale, place your hands to the floor, step your foot back to plank. Then you can keep it lifted if you like, and lower all the way or halfway, or skip that. Meet us in downward dog. That's okay too. Then inhale to upward dog or cobra pose, and as you exhale, you lift your hips to the sky. And so then Patanjali offers us also this idea of non-attachment, that we practice, but are unattached to the outcome of said practice. Right? Take another inhale, look to the top of your mat, exhale everything out, bend the knees and jump, step or walk up. Lift up halfway, inhale, forward fold, exhale. And then bend the knees and lift the arms, inhale into chair pose. Exhale and bring your hands to your hips, and then shift the weight into the left foot. We'll do eagle pose. So right knee over the left. Okay, you might hug or wrap your right foot around the left shin. That might not happen. That's okay. If it doesn't happen, just hug your foot in towards the shin. Good. Then lift the arms to the sky on your inhale, and as you exhale, wrap your right elbow under the left. And then breathe in and breathe out. So part of the reason, of course, that things change is that energy changes. The seasons change, the light changes, things happen, your mind is changing, just moving through phases. And so here again lies a very difficult challenge of how do I keep something that inherently moves steady? Take another inhale breath, lift the elbows a little bit. One more exhale as you bend the knees. Then release your arms and leg. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe in and breathe out. So sometimes we may feel really successful in that, and sometimes we may feel like we're just missing the mark. But therein lies detachment, right? Whether we are successful at something or whether we feel like we have more work to do, it becomes now the practice of working simply to work or practicing simply to practice. Take another inhale as you exhale, relax the arms down, then bend the knees, lift the arms again into chair. Exhale the hands to the hips, and we'll do the other side. So weight into the right foot, wrap the left knee over the right. And then again with the foot, maybe it wraps around the shin or maybe just hugs towards the shin. This will be the opposite for what happens in your hips, right? The foot and the hip. Then inhale when you're steady, lift the arms to the sky, and as you exhale, wrap your left elbow under the right. So left leg over, left arm under. Good. And then of course now the external gaze, of which most of us are so dependent on, now becomes the encouragement to turn inward. That my forearms obstruct the gaze externally purposefully so that I start to awaken to what's going on internally. Take another inhale, lift the elbows. One more exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Let's take one more deep breath in and one more breath out. Great, and then release. Inhale, rise to stand and reach up. Exhale your feet together, hands to the heart, and just pause here for a moment. Close your eyes. Remember your intention. So we do this practice not just for what it benefits us, but how we then, as we become more centered and steady, then go to benefit the whole, right? Our reactions are different. Our interactions are different. And we can heal the things that are really wounded within our own selves as a way to also heal the things wounded collectively, right? Take another breath in and then exhale the arms down. Good. Bend the knees, lift the arms again into chair pose. Inhale. Exhale and fold forward and release the hands behind the back. Now again, draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe into the chest. Maybe the arms extend. As you exhale, you'll fold. Bring your hands to the shins, lift up halfway, inhale. Plant your hands and step back, plank pose. Now squeeze the legs together in plank. Remember your fingers, push them down into the floor. We're gonna go side plank, we'll shift to the left. So you could take your left hand to the center of the mat a little bit if you want. And then inhale, lift the right arm to the sky. Square out towards the side of the room. Remember you can set your left knee to the ground for building strength. Reach your right arm overhead. Maybe lift your right leg up and off the left. Notice the energy that courses through the body. Tap into that exists far beyond your physical form. That's it, you guys. One more inhale, open the throat a little bit, move your head back. Good, exhale, lower your right hand to the floor. Let's just go right over to the right side. And inhale, lift the left arm to the ceiling. Good, and breathe in and out. Now if we stack the wrist and the shoulder and draw the shoulder blade onto the back, now you're tapped into the strength of the heart, the strength of the core. So that's it, right? We tap in and we plug in to the source that keeps us steady and full. Yeah, left arm overhead now. Maybe the left leg lifts. I don't know, spread your toes. Take an inhale, you can do it. Good, move your head back, throat open. One more inhale, and then lower your hand to the floor. Very nice, you guys. You can go through chaturanga if you want, or just lift your hips to the ceiling, downward facing dog pose. And breathe in and out. Good. Take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Look to the top of your mat. Jump or step your feet to the outsides of your hands. And then bend your knees and drop your hips to the floor. Come into Malasana. Breathe in and out. Lift up and again. So here's part of like the intricacies of even a posture, right? Is noticing within a posture what's equal and opposite. So if there's so much that's kind of drawing us towards the floor, we've got to work even harder to lift up and away from the earth, which means not just muscularly, but also chronically. Fill the chest with your breath. This will start to shape the physical body in a different way. It takes some time, right? And you have to be consistent, but things start to shift and change. Now feel the hips drop toward the floor, but engage the pelvic floor. Think as you exhale of pulling the base of the pelvis in towards the center and up towards the crown. This is Mula Bandha. Not an easy thing to do here, but a really great place to strengthen it. Okay, take one more inhale, lift into the crown. One more exhale, squeeze to the pelvic floor. Place your hands to the earth, lift your hips. Inhale and exhale, step your feet back to downward facing dog pose. And just breathe in and out here. Bring your feet together again, and then inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. As you exhale, bend your knee and drop the foot behind your back. Soften your left heel to the floor. If you want, you can take your right foot all the way to the ground behind you and flip your dog. You'll lift your heart up towards the ceiling and then reach the right arm overhead. Let your head drop back if you flipped. Come all the way back around. Everybody extend the right leg and then exhale it through for pigeon pose. Right knee outside right wrist. And then point your left toes back or keep your left foot curled under. You can play with which variation feels best. There's not necessarily a right or wrong. Okay. Take an inhale, lift into the front of the heart, and then as you exhale, walk forward onto your elbows. And just hang out here for a moment or two. Good, and breathe in and breathe out. So Patanjali also says in the Yoga Sutras that asana is mastered when it's steady and comfortable. That's it. He doesn't say like it's when your hip opens so you can do, foot behind the head pose, or when you stand on your head for 5 minutes, or if you can do pranayama for 24 hours, or even meditate for a long period of time. Right? Asana is mastered when it's steady and comfortable. That's when the mind comes into this place of stillness. And you could stay for however long it was, you were to stay. It becomes less about like how long you have to hang out with something and more about just the experience itself. And you think that's also what we start to learn in like life is that it's not necessarily about like how many days we have, but the quality of the days, the quality of the moments, the presence that we have in every moment. That we're there for it, whether it's difficult or challenging or intense or joyous or expansive or contracting or whatever. And that is not an easy thing. It's easy to say, it's easy to practice, to work toward, but to achieve, I think, is a real feat. Just take one more breath in and one more breath out. Then inhale, come back up onto the hands. Exhale, curl your left foot under. Then push the floor away, lift your hips, and stretch your right leg behind you. You might roll your knee around in a circle a couple times, or just drop the foot behind your back. I don't know, eventually you'll come back into downward facing dog pose. Remember your hands, right? Spread your fingers, root down, thumbs, middle finger, pinky especially. Then inhale and exhale the big toes together. And as you inhale, we'll lift the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee and drop the foot behind the back. And then if you want, you can take your foot all the way onto the floor and flip your dog. Lift then the left arm to the ceiling. Reach it overhead. Move your head back, the shoulders onto the back. Good. Come all the way back around. Inhale, extend the left leg. And then pull the knee through for pigeon pose on this side. And inhale and exhale. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, and then when you're ready, fold forward onto the forearms, the elbows. So whether we achieve whatever this the goal, right, self-realization in this lifetime or not, is not necessarily the important part. But that we take this opportunity in human form, in the field of duality, to make advances. to get to a place where just for a moment the mind is steady, or where we can detach from the grasping and the gripping, or where we can surrender a little bit more. And in that way, we become like a beacon, a little lighthouse, if you will, for our brothers and sisters around the world. The person that alchemizes. I've told this story a lot, I feel, but it's always a good one. My Sanskrit teacher was living in India for many years, and she was practicing there, and she would do her morning practice, and she said the whole village would come around and watch her. And she'd be like, what are you guys watching me for? Like, don't you need to go do your practice? And they were like, oh no, you're good. We have a yogi. You do it for us. And so there's this idea that, like, you know, the yogi is the one that alchemizes, not just for their own selves, but for the village, for the sangha, for the people in their community. And so we're not necessarily just working alone and by our own selves, but again, it's how we pass it forward in our interactions when we are more steady, when we are more balanced, when our minds are more clear, right? Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Then come up onto your hands, inhale and exhale, push down through your finger pads, curl your right foot under. Inhale, extend your left leg to the sky, reach it back. You can rotate the knee around or whatever you did on the first side. Breathe in and out. Eventually, your foot will go back into downward facing dog pose. Take an inhale and exhale. And then inhale, come forward into a plank pose. And as you exhale, lower yourself all the way to the floor. When you get to the ground, bring your arms by your sides and turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. Now, I realize that saying that you are the alchemizer for community might add more pressure on than is necessary. Remember, you're not solving the problem. I mean, you are in a subtle kind of detached sort of way, right? It's not like you're going in there and being like, okay, this is what you need to do. In an energetic way, turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. Taking the discordance that exists all around us and alchemizing that. The fear and anxiety that we as a society have predominating, right? And alchemize that. Even if you're the one also affected with those things. The point is that we're not just here alone. And that the things that we do are impactful for one another, that you are an important source of divine energy and light. And a beautiful being. Bring your head to center and extend the arms by the sides, like a little peace sign. The palms point down onto the ground, the shoulders draw onto the back, and squeeze your legs together then. Good. Now on your inhale, lift everything away from the floor. Your feet, your arms, your shoulders, your hands, your head. Stay here as you exhale. Do that again. Inhale and lift up. Feel the breath in the chest rise, and then exhale, lower onto the floor. Rest for a moment, a breath in and a breath out. And then do it again. Inhale to lift up. Lift the arms, the shoulders, the legs, the feet. Stay here as you exhale. Draw towards center, and then let that lift you a little bit higher. Inhale, stay as you exhale. Pull in towards center one more time. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, lower everything to the floor. Once again, turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. Good. Turn your head to the other side, please, and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let's do one more just like that. Come back to center, or I'll offer you the variation of Dhanurasana bow pulling pose. Okay, so either one, you can bend your knees if you'd like to reach back and capture your feet, or the legs come together and extend behind you. Then when you're ready, take an inhale, lift everything away from the floor, and exhale, stay. Kick your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet, your body like a little teardrop looking up towards the sky. Breathe into the front of the chest. Like with just one breath, you could eradicate all war, all famine, all darkness, all evil. Lift into the heart. One more inhale, reach up, and then as you exhale, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. Good. Turn your head to the other side, please, and breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now, right where you are, I'll have you flip over onto your backs, please. Bend your knees, set your feet on the floor, just pause for a moment. You might sway your knees just gently from side to side. Now remember that while the yoga practice is complete with many different modalities, it's not necessarily like right? It's not like my point is bring your knees into your chest, that like you can't just do asana and then boom, like all the love is, all the evil is eradicated, right? Or you can't just wear yellow and then you have all the courage that you need, right? Or wear the essential oil for a chakra and have it be open, right? My point is that there's lots of different ways and things that we have to practice to follow up with the energy that we establish here. Place your feet onto the floor and bring your arms by your sides. Walk your feet up towards your hips and then roll the shoulders onto the back so the shoulder blades are flat on the floor behind you. And then as you inhale, lift your hips from the floor and come into bridge pose. So we follow the practice up with like right speech, with right action, with right mindfulness. This is part of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Push the back of the head into the floor and open the front of the throat so that we don't just come into our practice and then leave, and turn into someone totally different. That again, it's like integrating all these different parts of yourselves. That you're not one person at the studio and then one person at the dinner table, or one person at work and then one person with your friends. Right? You may have different aspects that are brought out in you, but ultimately it's the same presentation. It's the same goal. Take one more inhale, let your hips lift, push the back of the head and open the throat, and then exhale, slowly lower your hips to the floor. Walk your feet as wide as the mat, knock your knees together, take a breath in and a breath out. Integration is really kind of one of the primary aims. How do we integrate all of the things that we know, all the different experiences we've had in our lives, all those different emotions that can rise and fall, all the ways that the mind shifts and changes, all the ways that the body shifts and changes. How do we see all of that as one thing? Take an inhale, one more exhale, and then really extend the arms out to the sides. Bring your feet over to the right and drop your knees to the left. Just a little supine twist. This is also what's happening in practice, whether we are aware of it always or not, is all these pieces are starting to come together. And as we let go of the past and the things that were, as we release the projections into the future, we see, in this present moment, everything draws together. Come back to center on your inhale and drop your knees to the opposite side. Breathe in and out. And that doesn't mean that there's not more integration to come or that it can't progress further. You will continue to progress, but always take a moment, or I encourage you to take a moment to just, acknowledge where you are here and now, all the integration that has already taken place. All the ways that you are steady and calm in the mind. All the ways that life has all of these wonderful and beautiful and amazing things. Heartfelt interactions, sweet, kind, caring communities, in the way that we help one another when in need. Bring your knees back to center on your inhale and then
hug the knees into the chest and recognize that you do that also. And you can do that for you. There's the balance there too. Take another inhale, and then unless there are any other postures or any other adjustments, we'll just let the legs extend down onto the ground, come into our final pose of Shavasana. A moment or two to adjust. And of course, let me know if I can get you like a bolster or blanket or anything like that. I'm happy to get you anything you might want. Don't be shy. Okay, and then just let your whole body relax on the floor for a few moments. Stillness. Relax your mind. Maybe in your awareness, there is a lake that you can picture that is still, calm. You notice how it reflects the environment around it accurately, almost as if it was hard to notice the difference between the sky and the lake, or the land and the lake. And if there are thoughts that come, imagine them like little bubbles that rise to the surface, that create ripples that move all the way out to the edge of the lake. It's really through the act of surrender that the mind calms and the lake returns to stillness. So feel your body relax. Feel your whole being heavy on the floor. Your whole physical being. Allow your consciousness to expand. Feel light. Illuminate the mind. Shagraha nakshatra Yogni Rashi Rupani Devi Mantra Maim Naomi Matrikam Pita Rupani Ganesha Graha Nakshatra Yogni Rashi Rupani Devi Mantra Maim Naomi Matrikam Pita Rupani Ganesha Graha Nakshatra Yogni Rashi Rupani Devi Mantra Maim Naomi Matrikam Pita Rupani. I open myself to the teachings that brighten the light of self-knowledge. Slowly, please begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Sweetly allow your breath to deepen and gradually move your fingers and toes. And rotate the wrists and ankles, and when you're ready, extend your arms up and overhead and reach all the way from fingers to toes. Bring the knees to the chest and give yourself a great big hug. Thank yourself for coming to your practice, for creating a time and space to be here today. And then can roll to the right or the left, and when you're ready, we'll come up to a comfortable seat. And take a moment to simply seal our practice. Okay, so take a moment just to notice how you feel and kind of let yourself be settled in this centered place. Almost as if, like really kind of establishing that before you step back into the plane of duality. Although this, of course, is very much a part of the plane. And so remember that it's not just about coming here or onto your mat where you can find that place, but the center is always with you. So as you bring your hands back together at the center of the heart, take a moment first and foremost to give thanks. What a gift to be able to find this place in our own selves in this lifetime. And to go there over and over and over again. Really such a privilege and an honor. And so may you be, and you are, beautiful and powerful stewards of this steady place that inspires others to find that as well. To those that you hold at your heart, just a moment to send some beams of love and light and encouragement and strength. We'll take an inhale, the hands to the third eye center as you remember your intention. Then take a deep breath in, fill your lungs all the way full. Hold the breath. Exhale the hands to heart center. And we'll seal with a chant of Om. Inhale. As you exhale, bow the chin in, honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart and the hearts of all beings, and the teacher that guides our way. And know the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here today. You have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay steady and centered in there, and hopefully maybe we'll project that out to the world as well. So see you next time. Many blessings, much love.
Hare.